Here we are again, huh? Flatanger.
Okay, but it's no video. It's just
No, it's no video.
Okay.
It's a
Yeah,
podcast.
it's
Ah,
a
yeah.
podcast. Chris and I don't even know why we started. Chris told me like months ago, he's like, "Oh, we should do a podcast," and we couldn't even do regular YouTube videos. So he's like, "No, we should do a podcast." I'm like, "Chris, we can't even like do one video every 2 weeks. Why do you want to start a podcast?" No, it will be good. It will be good. And then we did one video, but we didn't have no time, so we only filmed.
Mm-hmm.
And there was no climbing, there was only talking. And then Chris said, we should upload it as a YouTube, as a podcast as well.
Yeah, sure.
Video and podcast. And then we started, I don't know. But first, the most important question. Chris wants to know if you put a sip of coffee into your bolognese.
A sip of coffee.
Yes, he says apparently from some chef cook he heard that you have to put in.
No, I don't think so. No.
No, Sarah, what do you think?
No, not a coffee. You should ask Andrea.
No, coffee.
No, coffee, not in bolognese. No.
Okay, so Chris is putting one sip of coffee in his bolognese because it apparently gives it like some special flavor.
Maybe this is the secret.
Maybe, no?
This is new for me.
So now, Chris, usual Italians don't do it.
No, Italians definitely don't do it.
No. Okay, good.
Maybe because like you mean coffee is Italian, bolognese is Italian, just put it together.
And
just put a
a
bit of
little bit
pizza.
Formaggio also.
Formaggio, also, yeah,
perfect.
put everything in, it's okay.
No, but you two have been in Flatanger now for a while, no?
Yeah, 1 month actually, yeah.
Okay. And you're staying for how much longer?
Probably 1 more month, yeah.
And it's the third year you're coming? Fourth?
It's the 4th year. I've been here in 2020, then skipped 2021, and then came here last year and 2 years ago, and this year.
Okay. But 2020 was when you did change, no?
Yeah, when I did change.
Yeah, I saw the video, thankfully. It helped me a lot with the beta.
Good for the betas, yeah.
Yeah, it was good. No, you also climbed in the sun and everything, I saw.
That was hard, yeah, I remember.
But you found the knee bar on the first crux.
Yeah, I remember I was watching the video, Adam's video, with this like crazy drop knees, and I already knew from watching the video that I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
And I needed to find something else. And so I spent quite a few time to try to figure out the betas for the first boulder, and then came up with this knee bar beta. Then at the end, like it turns out to be maybe the best betas for the first part.
Did Sepp also? Was Sepp trying with you while you were here? Or when did he climb it? Did he climb it?
No,
later?
I think he climbed the last year or 2 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So
climbed
quite a
it
bit
after,
later. I couldn't find any. Was there a video of him? I couldn't really find a video. I just saw the pictures and I didn't really look what date or what year he climbed it. But he, I guess, also used the knee bar beta.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody's doing the
original beta.
No, the original beta, no.
No, it's good. Yeah, you seem to always try like the routes that also nobody's trying, because it has been like almost 10 years that nobody was trying it.
Yeah,
and then you came
80
back.
years was, yeah.
Yeah. And you said like bolts were missing and everything, and
yeah, there were missing few bolts in the top part, and was kind of hard to put them back because I was actually climbing and I didn't have any bolts with me, and so I asked them, and then I had to climb, and putting the bolts while climbing was.
And also I saw that, I mean, when I was checking it out, the bolts spaces up top are quite big.
Sometimes
like
they're
5
far.
meters,
They're far. Yeah. So I need to climb maybe 5 meters with like my bolts in my hand, put it, and then like screw it, and it was a fun experience.
Okay, so it was not easy to just try it. I mean, for me it was now easy to try because I came.
Yeah.
Like quick draws were in. I know Jorge was trying it. He put some tick marks. He had like beta and everything. But for you, it was more like adventure climbing at the beginning.
It was an adventure. Yeah, I had to find like bolts. I had to find betas. I had to reimagine that was possible, because at the beginning for me it was impossible. So I need to spend quite a few days to try to figure out if it was possible for me or not.
Yeah.
And so it was a bit of a bet also.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny, but also the upper part, for me it was, even when you had the beta and I had seen videos of you and like I saw Jorge trying it, it's still at the beginning it feels like, what is this? It's almost impossible. There's so many cruxes and it feels like you will never climb it in one piece.
Yeah, I remember at the beginning, like one part at the top where there's like this hard last move.
Yeah.
I didn't even knew where to go.
Yes.
If to go left or right. Like I could have gone like 5 meters right or 5 meters left.
Yeah.
And it could have worked the same. And then I asked Adam, where did you go? He said left, and then I went left. But
Okay, but you could still remember. He could still remember, Adam, what he did.
yeah. Probably not the specific betas, but he remembered the line and everything.
Okay.
Yeah, but he remembers everything pretty much. Right?
Yeah, he has a mind for this.
Yeah, even 8 years after, he could remember a bit of everything.
Okay. Oh, it's crazy. It's not bad. And then what made you come back to try silence?
Yeah, at the time when I came back to try silence was 2022. 2 years ago, and there were not many options actually.
True.
I already climbed bibliography the year before, and at the time was the only 9C. DNA wasn't climbed yet.
And Big was also climbed only this
last year.
Last year.
So yeah, I wanted to try a 9C, something hard.
Yeah.
And there weren't many options as a 9B plus too.
Yeah.
At the time there weren't so many. There was like maybe La Dura Dura, but you cannot climb La Dura Dura in summer.
Yes, true. And then there's the one from Adam, Vasil.
And you cannot climb really in any season. That's what I think. Yeah, maybe we should go try it. Yeah.
I think did Will Bosey try it?
Oh yeah, he did try it. Yeah.
What did he say? He said it was like he kind of almost liked it, no?
I think so. But yeah, he usually likes shitty crags like Adam. Yeah, Adam, think he confirmed that is a shitty crag, but he likes it a lot. And, and I like to climb something like this, even if the crag is not Zeus or the best crag in the world, but maybe the route is good, the moves are good.
It's like
you can enjoy it. It's like hell. Yeah.
It's funny, but I also like those crags. I mean, probably maybe growing up in the Frankenura, I climbed a lot of shitty crags and shitty routes. That's why. But doesn't Vasil mean like the shitty or something?
No. I think Adam told me it's something opposite to La Dura Dura because he climbed
the easy.
No, but not in. It was just in the sound of the words.
Okay.
But at the end in Czechs, I think it means something like T-shirt or something like T-shirt or something like this. I don't remember exactly.
Okay. Yeah, it would be good to go. I mean, it's not super far from Germany or from Italy to go.
Yeah, we can drive there.
Yeah.
We could visit Adam, train,
yes.
and.
I mean, Will was the only one to do it until now, the only one of the super strong climbers to visit Czech Republic outdoor climbing. And I mean, he's super strong, so he went bouldering quite a bit. But I would be interested to go.
Yeah, there's also Terranova to try.
True. Yeah.
And many hard routes actually.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense actually that you tried silence and there was nothing else to try. And you're still motivated for it now?
I'm still motivated. I needed to take a pause from the route in a few days because I was a bit frustrated because I trained for 6 months for the Olympic qualification, so I haven't climbed any rock climbing at all in 6 months. Yeah, and then I came here and I was just doing the same 5 moves over and over, and so I thought, okay, maybe I just need to climb a bit more, and so I started trying. Purgatory and Illusionist, and so I was actually climbing a bit more and was enjoying more. Yeah. I wasn't enjoying my time on silence anymore in the past days, so I just need to rest and try something else.
I know how that feels, especially when I looked at the cave now. Everybody was talking about the 50-meter lines in Flatanger, but when you look at silence, it's kind of only 15 meters, no? Because the first part, the first part is the same part that you do for every route almost, and then the hard part is 15 meters. And
it's like 2 boulders on top of each other, and it's much shorter than other routes.
It's the crack, which is like the 8C boulder, no? Yeah. And then right after, I only saw some pictures in the video, but there's this huge Gaston move or something.
There's one boulder and this huge Gaston move, and then still few hard moves. Yeah. And then it's 7C plus probably route. Okay. So it is still possible to fall, but still it's super short compared to other routes.
Yeah, I saw. I was kind of surprised because all the other routes are super, super long, and silence seemed quite short.
Yeah, and the anchor is quite low compared to move, compared to
which actually made it more appealing in my eyes now because
you don't have to climb for hours and hours.
Yes, exactly. Which is sometimes a problem with other routes here. Mm-hmm. But do you do everything the same as Adam does, with like the feet first and everything?
Yeah, I do the same kind of move. So I go feet first, but I go the other foot. So I go right foot in the crack,
and he
then
goes left foot in the crack
he
and
goes
does this
left foot.
drop knee and
yeah, I
reach.
don't do that.
Okay,
I don't do that. And I take to turn around back in the normal position. I use some crimps on the right.
Okay.
So I do a bit differently.
Yeah.
But like the concept is the same. Going feet first, and the moves before going with the foot in the crack are basically the same. I do some micro adjustments, but they're very similar.
Okay. And is it actually like 8C the boulder problem?
I don't know. I never climb any 8C boulder problem, but this is probably the hardest thing that I ever climb, as if we can consider it a boulder.
Okay. So it is really hard.
I think it could be 8C. I climbed few 8B pluses that were easier than this. So
okay. Interesting. Thank you very much for disturbing our recording, you Norwegians. Thank you. Yes. Bye. See you. Good. Okay. Yeah. I mean, it looks really hard, and I mean, I see you try it, and like every move seems like kind of low percentage and tricky.
Yeah, it's not just hard. It's not just like a burden of dreams that is like hard. You have to be precise, and it's very technical.
Okay.
You have to do like every single move in the almost perfect way.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's impossible to connect the next move.
Okay.
Even going to the slot, you have to take this slot like very carefully and very well. Otherwise, you can still maybe throw your foot in the jam, but then you place it not perfect, and then you can still maybe do one move, but then at the end you cannot do everything.
Yeah.
If you do like a mistake in the first move, then
everything goes down the line and it's shit. Yeah. And did you ever climb the crack by itself?
Yeah, I climbed the cracks, the whole cracks, as like starting from the beginning to the next rest.
Yeah.
Last year 3 times.
Okay.
And so yeah, definitely if you climb the cracks, I think then the route is possible, but still I'm not ready to do some attempts, because I want to connect the first cracks to the second.
With the second crack is also like about 8B boulder or something.
Yeah, I think in my opinion could be 8A plus.
Okay.
Be a bit easier, but still
hard.
Possible, still hard. This year the best attempt, I started a bit above the starting hole of the first cracks, so just like a few moves above.
Yeah.
And I fell on the second crack, so it's still possible to fall there.
Yeah. And is it possible to fall on the third crux right before the anchor?
Yeah, if you're very tired, yeah, it's still possible. It's not over. If you're like when I climb the second cracks, when I try the second cracks, I go to the top.
Yeah.
Usually I don't fall on the top.
Yeah.
But if you're more tired from the first cracks and from the AB before, yeah, I can imagine falling there. Yeah. I surely don't want to fall there.
Yeah.
But yeah, still possible.
Okay. Yeah. And you were also saying that you, for the last half year, were only climbing indoors to prepare for the Olympics.
Yeah.
Yeah. How was that experience for you?
It was good. I think I accept that I just had to train for those Olympic qualification, and we actually moved with Sarah to Innsbruck for 6 months, trained there, and we really enjoyed those months, because I was just focused on training, and we really enjoyed also the time in Innsbruck, and I didn't think much about like the goal, but more about the process and the training. It was very good.
Yeah, it was the same for me. And did you actually end up watching the Olympics in Paris?
Yes, we watched the Olympics, the final. It was fun to watch.
Okay.
Also the semi-final. We watched the lead semi-final. And it was
So you didn't watch the bouldering semi-final?
We didn't watch the bouldering semi-final.
You skipped out on the worst, I
think. yeah. I think bouldering sometimes is a bit too long, especially semi-final.
Yeah.
But maybe the new format with the 2 climbers climbing at the same time in the final was a bit more fun.
Yeah. Do you think this combined format worked out well? Like with 100 points in bouldering, 100 points in lead?
I think so. I think it worked pretty well, and I think it was hard to combine lead and bouldering, and I think they came out with this idea that was quite good.
Yeah,
much better than the combine of lead, bouldering, and speed.
Yeah.
Not only for speed climbing, but also for the point system. I think this point system was much more accurate, and
true.
Awards the climber that climbed higher.
Yes,
and not only like in the previous combine, it was more about what the others did.
Yes, true.
And this is just what you did, then you compare it to the others.
That's true. Yeah, and it could, because of the ranking last time with 3 disciplines, I think it didn't work super well.
No, it was more. It felt random.
Yes.
Like Adam was climbing, and then at one moment he was first, and then Jakob climbing after him. Like when he passed it, I remember at the Tokyo 2020 final. Then Adam went from first position to 6th position, just because one climber climbed higher than him, and it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's true. I remember that too. What ambitions do you still have in competition climbing?
I think I'm slowly switching to more and more rock climbing.
Yeah.
I would like to go to Olympics. Maybe if there will be like no combine, just lead.
Yeah.
Would be nice to try again to qualify.
Yeah.
And and then this is my last, I think, competition ambition.
Will you still do World Cups the next years?
Yes, as training, I think, because I have fun, not with like some like ambition to win the World Cup again or something.
Yeah.
Because I'm having fun competing, and I think it's also a good motivation. If I have like a competition on one date set, I will train for that competition, and it's good motivation. And then after that, I can even go rock climbing and be ready.
I think it's much easier to combine rock climbing, lead climbing with rock climbing, because with bouldering I felt like it's so different. Like I'm kind of happy that...
No, bouldering is, you have to train specifically if you want to compete in bouldering, and it's useful just for competing in bouldering. While if you train for lead climbing, then you have like endurance and also power, and you can use it for rock climbing.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I really hope that they will have only lead in the Olympics in LA.
It would be nice. Yeah.
It would be good for us older guys.
Sure.
But we will see. I think the decision is not made, so we'll see. What Chris also would like to know, and me too, I mean, I'm not as much involved in it, but Chris is like in the sports military, like you are in the police, no?
Yeah.
So, and we'd like to know what is like the support for athletes in Italy like. In Germany, it's like not super great, I would say. We have, I think, 5 spots in the military for climbing, and then maybe 2 more spots in the police.
Okay, there are not so many.
Not so many, yeah.
No, in Italy it was quite good. We have, I think, 10 to maybe 12 place in the police team.
Okay.
And even...
Only for climbing?
Only for climbing, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, only for climbing. They're spread between speed climbers and all other disciplines. And in the army, I think there are around 8 to 10, a bit less, but still very good. So I think we are around 20 professional climbers in Italy.
Oh, okay.
It's just for competing, actually.
Yeah.
But even in the army, there are some guys in the alpine, like in the...
Okay, alpine climbing.
Alpine climbing, they are like not competing, just doing some alpine stuff. So, but just in the army. And in Italy, it's working, quite well, because you have support, you have a salary from the police or the army, and you can focus on climbing.
Okay.
And this is, you can, even not having sponsors or anything, you can just compete, and you have support from the police or the army.
But you additionally also have sponsors, and you're allowed to take as much sponsoring money as you want from sponsors, even if you're in the police?
Yes, basically, yes.
Okay, interesting, because I think in Germany there's like some restrictions, at least when you're in the army. Okay. Like, it's your main job, being in the army, and then your second job, if you have sponsors, you can't just earn as much money as you want.
Okay, no, in Italy it doesn't work like this.
Oh, interesting. That's kind of good. Where do you see climbing in like 20 years or 30 years or 50 years? Like, we've been philosophing about like the next crazy line in Flatanger. Do you think like 10A or 10B will be climbed in 50 years?
In 50 years? Yeah, I think in 50 years it could be.
So somebody will start in Thor's Hammer and then climb through Silence and then through Move and do the extension?
Yeah, I think so. That could be the first 10A. I mean, it's already there. It's just need to be climbed.
Yeah.
But probably not in 10 years.
Yeah.
But we never know, actually, because we see like every year a lot of like Japanese climbers, super strong, are coming from the youth, but nobody really tries even rock climbing.
Yeah.
So imagine like if someone like as strong as Sorato maybe, or even stronger, can come and just focus on rock climbing. It would be crazy maybe, but probably not in 10 years. Maybe in 50, I think
Yeah.
there will be 10As for sure. 10As or
It's funny because it's almost easy to imagine what 10A looks like. You know, now looking at the cave, it's nothing that you say like, oh, it's super futuristic. It's of course futuristic, but it's all doable.
yeah, all the parts are already been climbed.
Yes.
So yeah, you just need to imagine and climbing them together. It's not that impossible because it's not like you climb one part and then the other part like immediately after. You have like maybe one good rest between the parts. But just imagine climb those parts together. Like imagine like I'm just trying the cracks of silence, but if I then climb the cracks of move and then
Do the extension.
do the extension to the
Yeah.
top of the cave, that would be crazy for me at the moment.
Yeah.
But maybe for someone else that is maybe climb silence easily,
Yeah.
then you can imagine connecting like a harder start and a harder top.
Yeah, true. Yeah, it's funny. We'll see where it goes. If there's even, yeah, I think it'll continue like the progression climbing for sure.
Yeah, climbing is quite young as a sport. If you think about like maybe running or a sport that exists forever, and then they keep breaking the world record or something.
Yeah.
Climbing is like I don't know, it's like 50 years old sport, so it's very young. So.
Yeah, I recently saw what the comparison between the 100-meter gold medal in sprint from 100 years ago and from this year, and it's not even 1 second.
Okay.
It's not even 1 second faster. So it's kind of crazy that in 100 years, like the sport of running only like got 1 second faster, which is of course huge, but it sounds so little. So maybe in climbing, like in whatever, in 50 years or 100 years, it will be completely different.
Yeah, I think it will be completely different because it's so young. And yeah, also speed climbing is like 1
True.
sec. Yeah.
Yeah, every year 1 second almost, no?
Yeah, maybe every 2 years, but sure, it's going fast. I think because it's evolving fast.
Yeah. Do you think they'll change the speed route at some point?
I'm not trying it, but I kind of hope for them.
Yeah.
But maybe they like this route, but even for motivation, I think to bring maybe more people to speed climbing would be nice to change it.
Yeah.
So maybe more people would be motivated to try again speed climbing because the route change and new betas has to be found.
Yeah.
There are new process that could be involved in changing the route.
Which is not Olympic spirit, of course, because you always need a world record, and if you change the route, there's no world record anymore. But yeah, for like speed climbing, I think it would be quite cool.
Yeah, I remember when I used to compete in the speed climbing.
You were Italian speed champion, no?
I was Italian speed champion, yeah, with a 7:96. It was the Italian record,
actually.
But it was 2010, so it was actually many years ago, 14 years ago.
Crazy.
And but I remember even before the standard route was putting up, there was like every time they changed the route.
Yeah.
So speed climbing was like on-site climbing with speed and was
like a little bit like the Arco Rockmaster.
Yeah, but just like top roping with jugs, but still you need to find the betas every time.
Yeah.
You can change it while you were going, and it was fun. I remember.
Yeah, I remember that too. When I was in the youth, like the speed competitions were very different.
They were very different.
Yeah.
I think some people will like to go back. Maybe an additional competition on just on-site speed climbing would be fun.
Imagine we would have for the Olympics now so many medals in climbing like they have for swimming, like 20 or something.
Oh yeah, there will be deep water solo.
Yes, fingerboarding,
boarding, campus board,
campus bouldering. Exactly, perfect. Yeah,
I would like that.
Yeah. No, but last question for maybe younger listeners. What would you suggest to young athletes if they want to become professional climbers? Would you advise them to become professional climbers, or what would you say is a good piece of advice?
I think if they want to become professional climbers, I mean, the goal doesn't have to be to try to be a professional climber. The goal for me was always to try to improve myself, to try to win that competition, to climb that route, and then eventually I became a professional climber because maybe I achieved some results.
Yeah.
So the goal for me doesn't have to be to become a professional climber, but to be like a better climber, a stronger climber.
Yeah.
And then, if you're then strong enough for you compete well enough, then you can become a professional climber.
Yeah, it was the same for me. I never really had the goal to become a professional climber. Just happened, I guess.
Yeah, happened.
By having goals in climbing and in outdoors and in competitions, and then I think that's probably the right approach. And I also feel like a lot of the younger climbers, they expect that there's so much more money in climbing than there is, because, like, I don't know, it's not super easy to become a professional climber
It's
and
not
actually
easy,
make a
no.
living. So especially not if you want to only go outdoor climbing.
Yeah, it's hard. But yeah, and another advice is to have always a plan B.
Yeah.
Because for me it worked. For you also, you were professional climbers. But if it didn't work, then to have a plan B, I think is a good idea.
That's true. Okay, thank you. Well, very final question. What's your favorite pizza, and is pineapple on pizza good or not?
Pineapple on pizza is not good.
It's like breaking pasta into
yeah,
half.
it's like breaking spaghetti into half. Yeah,
Okay.
or putting a coffee into bolognese. It's very bad. And usually my favorite pizza is bufala with buffalo cheese.
Oh, nice. Very good. Well, thank you so much for this insight.
Thank you. It was fun.
Awesome. It's a good rest day here in Norway. For once, a nice one.
Yeah,
And,
just for once.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, it's good. So if the listeners, I really sound like a podcaster now. If the listeners follow and subscribe, blah, 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 and so on, and leave the comments, but only the good ones. No shitty comments, you know it. We'll delete them. Yes, feedback is appreciated, but only good feedback. You know that too. So if you want to write something stupid, think twice. And thank you very much, Stefano, for this. And good luck on silence.
Oh, thank you.